gentle wind beckons through the leaves as autumn colors fall, dancing in a swirl of golden memories, the loveliest lies of all.
Gee, it's sure good to see all of you, but I hope this wasn't the wrong weekend for you to come up here. And now, it looks like my Uncle Stuart has vanished. Could it have been him that we saw going into that old mansion?
So good. This is my extra strength magic potion. It's actually apple cider, but I like the idea of extra strength magic potion. So today I want to have a very cozy, the coziest of cozy fall days. I want to start with a little haul of some cozy autumnal books and items that I have picked up recently. I get a new mug every year, every autumn, and this one is from Anthropology and has little mushrooms on it, but then on the other side it has a squirrel, and I love all the details up at the top. There's these leaves and flowers and mushrooms. So this is going to be the mug this year. This is going to be the one that I reach for every morning. And then I also got a candle from Library Lights Candle Co. This is their Stars Hollow candle that they just released with their autumn collection. Stars Hollow is the fictional town where Gilmore Girls takes place. The notes are pumpkin pie, homemade caramel, and apple cider. It really does smell like caramel and pie. And then, of course, I got some books. First one is A Cozy Mystery. This cover, it's so autumnal. Like, find a book with a more cozy autumnal cover than a cat, a book, a bike with a basket, and a bookmobile, and all of the fall foliage. I'm a little bit obsessed. It's so pretty. Okay, so this is Checking Out Crime by Laurie Cass. I don't know that much about it, but I picked it up because of the cover. But I've been really getting into cozy mysteries, so I'm excited to read that one. The next one is one that I have been very much anticipating, and that is Angelica Frankenstein Makes Her Match by Sally Thorne. I haven't read any other books by Sally Thorne, but I will read anything, and I mean anything that is a Frankenstein retelling or reimagining. So this one is about Victor Frankenstein's sister, Angelica, and she is on the hunt for the perfect man, but she's so smart, so intelligent, so witty, and all the other guys in town don't want a woman who can think for herself and, you know, has her own ideas and opinions. So it is Angelica's mission to create her perfect man with the help of her brother Victor. We see in the book how Victor brings his monster to life while also helping Angelica create her perfect man. And I've started this I am loving it so far. It's definitely a steamy romance, which isn't my favorite. It's not why I pick up a book. But when it's added into the story that's already something that draws me in, then I don't mind it. It's so much more than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was just gonna be her making her perfect man and then kind of navigating how that would be when he doesn't know his past or where he came from, and he's not even really a man, is he? But it's so much more than that. So I'm really loving this. My favorite thing is probably the aesthetics. It is very autumnal. Their big mansion is 3 stories with this big attic, and it's spooky and creepy. Oh, this is so good so far. And then the next book that I got, this is The Cafe Between Pumpkin and Pie. This one is set in the town of Moonbright, Maine, where there is a pumpkin on every porch, fresh brewed apple cider in every cup, and the sweetest sorcery is in the air. I've heard that this is like a Hallmark movie, maybe slightly more on the steamy side, where it's like a little bit cheesy and not the absolute best writing, but it feels like autumn in the form of a book, where every page is full of pumpkin spice and apple cider and leaves falling from the trees. And then lastly, I got the Autumn book by Susan Branch. Just look at these end pages. Oh my goodness. Oh, this gives me so much serotonin. Are you kidding me? These pages are full of the most beautiful illustrations. So this book is full of recipes and activity recommendations, little quotes, and I just think it's perfect. Okay, and then the item that I'm so excited about. It's from a small business called Totally a Good Time, and it is this gorgeous navy crew neck that says "The Shop Around the Corner" on it. And if you don't know what that's from, it's from You've Got Mail, which is one of my favorite movies to watch during the fall. And I love the color of this navy. I love it, I love it. And then lastly, this was very kindly sent to me by, I think her name is Jenny, but I'm really bad at reading handwriting, but her shop is called The Aesthetic Art Shop on Etsy, and it's a tote bag that says, "It's just a bunch of hocus pocus." And then it has a little cauldron at the bottom. I love tote bags. They're my go-to bag that I grab every day especially during autumn. So this is definitely going to be the one that I gravitate towards. I am so in love with it. So thank you so much for sending that over, Jenny, if that's your name. I'm so sorry if I'm not saying that right. I will have her Etsy shop linked down below. And then I know I might get questions about this. This blanket is from TJ Maxx, and it is so warm and cozy. So the plan for today is to do all of the cozy activities. Apple picking. I think I want to make my own witch's broom and hang it up, but maybe use a bouquet of dried flowers instead of twigs or branches. And I also want to stop at Trader Joe's because I have a goal to turn my living room into a pumpkin patch. So I want to get a bunch of their pumpkins. They have these really pretty fairy tale pumpkins that don't look like the regular carving ones. And then of course also get some of their fall items. So let's get started with this day. But before we do, I want to say a big thank you to Scentbird, who is sponsoring this video. So without further ado, here is a word from sponsor Desi. One of the ways I romanticize autumn is by wearing scents that fit the season, but investing in new scents can be expensive, which is why I absolutely adore Scentbird. So Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service. How it works is that you get to choose a new designer fragrance to try out every single month for just $17. They come in these little vials that are 8 times bigger than regular perfume samples. You just twist it up, spray it out, and each vial will last you 30 days. Some of mine have actually lasted me more than a couple months. If you want help getting started, you can head to Scentbird's fragrance recommendation quiz on their website. That will help you figure out what types of fragrances you would like and what might fit you best. Then they just send over the fragrances and hopefully you find a new fragrance that you love. Personally, I love the way scents can invoke such strong memories. Autumn is when I feel like I thrive the most, and I love smelling scents now that I wore 2 years ago. And it's like I get to go back in time and relive those memories that I made back then that are so precious to me. So I got 4 new scents. Paper feels very autumnal to me, but I think it's slightly too strong for my taste. The top notes are amber, musk, but my favorite is this one. It's cypress and oak. Ugh, this one smells of cedar wood, oak mass, cypress oil. It it truly smells like taking a walk in the woods. I'm in love with it. Lovely Sweet Dreams is floral and very sweet. It has notes of apple, jasmine, and a peach nectar. It's so nice if you enjoy sweet perfumes. And then Just in Bloom is so elegant. It has notes of lily of the valley, gardenia, and ambergris. So if you'd like to try Scentbird, you can click the link below and use my code DARLING for 55% off your first month at Scentbird. That's only about $8 for your first month. Scentbird is also now available in Canada. Thank you again so much to Scentbird for supporting my channel. Now let's continue with the rest of this cozy fall day.
It's never quite as it seems. Never quite as it seems. I know I felt like this before, but now I'm feeling it even more, because it came from you. And then I open up and see the person falling here is me, a different way to be.
You just smelled them. They're like roses, but you can smell the fresh apples. They smell delicious. Pumpkin butter. Pumpkin butter. Like I said, I really want to get some pumpkins to decorate the living room to be like a pumpkin patch, which I know you're probably gonna think like you don't want so many pumpkins in your house because they're all gonna go bad. No, we don't think about that. We just think about the fact that we want a Fairyland pumpkin patch looking vibe in the living room. Gonna get some pumpkins and try some of the fall items. Some of my favorites from last year are back in stock too, so let's go. I got 13 pumpkins, but I think there are enough to turn the living room into a bit of a magical pumpkin patch.
those fingers in my hair, that sly come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare, it's witchcraft. And I've got no defense for it, the heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, that cuckoo witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse a need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. And it's such an ancient pitch, but one that I'd never switch. There is no nicer witch than you, than you.